Hello and welcome. Welcome to the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you so much for stopping by. As you can see from the title, it's all about making dinner with garden ingredients. I hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, the weather is getting warmer. Hope you'll stick around and watch what happens with the food from the garden. Got bananas, some kale, yellow yam. This came from a container, yeah. A volunteer wanted that. Just started growing on its own, so we dug it up and put it in a container. We have some tomatoes and some mini bell peppers. The onion and the garlic didn't come from the garden. That will come in the future. But welcome. And I'm going to stick around for a little bit more until more people come on. And I'll show you how I'll prepare this yam and how to keep it from turning brown when you cut into it. Yeah. Please remember to leave a like as you come in. And if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe if you have not yet done so. Once again, welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming to see what will be done with these food from the garden. If you don't mind, just leave a comment. Let me know that you are watching, and just tell me maybe where you're watching from. Yeah, from where are you watching? Just say hi. I'm watching from, and say. Welcome, welcome. I'll give about a couple more minutes when more people jump on. In the meantime, go ahead and, give a thumbs up. Just leave a message. And I'm going to start with the yam first. This is yellow yam. It's supposed to be yellow yam. So I'm going to take these off and do those afterwards. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to cut off a piece, which we call, this is the head. And this is going to be planted again. Now this piece of yam was found in the pineapple bed. Now, and this is how I believe it got there. When we make a bed, we usually throw our kitchen scraps in there at the beginning to get the bed fertilized with all the foods, the natural foods from the kitchen. And for example, like I'm going to be peeling this today, the peel will go into a bed. And that's what I believe 100% happened. So this yam came from a peel. So the head is going to be planted, and the peel will also go into a bed. Who knows? We may get another piece of yellow yam from another bed. Now, the thing about tubers that grow underground, you just never know what you are going to get. So it may look very beautiful right now, but who knows? Once you cut into it, it may be a disappointment. Now this weighs 3 pounds and 11 ounces, so almost 4 pounds, and it's a foot long. Yeah. So my hope is that once I cut into it, it's going to be a beautiful piece of yellow yam. Yeah. I'm going to cut off this, put that away for planting, and to keep this from getting darken or from getting brown after I cut it, I'm going to be putting it into some cold salted water. Cold salted water should keep it from getting brown. So let me prepare the water, and that's what this salt is for. Thank you so much for your thumbs up. If you don't mind, make sure this water is very cold. Yeah. And I'm going to pour the salt in there. And once I put it in the water, it's going to be sitting for about 15 to 20 minutes. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to show you how I prepare the banana. Yeah. So welcome once again. Do you like what you're seeing? Go ahead and give a thumbs up. Yeah. So let's hope that this is a beautiful piece of yellow yam. So I'm going to cut into it, peel it, and put it in the cold water. Let me put the water up here so you can see. Yeah. All right. It's better. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. I'm Marva, and you're in the kitchen at the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, and all these items, except for the onion and the garlic, came from the garden. I'm going to be making dinner with it. So this is the yellow yam that we found growing in our pineapple bed. So it was dug up and put into a container. So this grew out of a container. There's a short that shows what it was like. So let me cut this part. This is the head, and that's the part that I'm going to just leave behind for planting. And we're hoping for a beautiful piece of yam. Now, I did say that it's yellow yam, but for some reason I'm thinking it may not be yellow yam. It could be white yam too, because we had yellow yam and white yam coming from the kitchen. So somebody told me it's yellow yam, but let's see what it is. A beautiful piece of white yam. Doesn't make very nice. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Yep. Beautiful. So that's going to be planted in the garden again. You know, I'm happy for it, that it's looking so nice, considering that we did not deliberately plant it. All right. So once it's the air, it becomes oxidized, and that's when it starts to turn brown. So I'm just going to cut and peel and drop it in the cold container of salted water. It is beautiful, guys. It is beautiful. If you just come in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ha, look at that. Thank you for coming. Cat's Eye, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, this is my volunteer yellow yam. Yam that we did not deliberately plant. Look like it grew from the skin in the garden. Not yellow yam, I keep saying yellow yam. It's white yam. Check it out. Yeah. So this, the banana, the kale, and I'm going to add a piece of fish. That will be dinner. Sergi, welcome. Joshua, hey, hey. Hey, Joshua. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I know you could have gone somewhere else, but so I want to thank you for your support. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. There's a lot that you'll learn from this channel. This is a nice piece of white yam that showed up in the garden. Yeah. And this took about 9 months to be fully matured. And when it happened, I was certain that we weren't going to get anything from it because it started drying up during the cold weather. But I decided to dig into the container anyway, since the vines were already wilted. Do you see how it stays white? Doesn't change its color. Just put it in some cold, salted water. So I'm going to make it a part of dinner tonight. Thank you for your time. Yes, Simon, welcome. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. This is yam that came out of the garden. Didn't plant it. Some people were sure it was yellow yam, but it turned out to be white yam. It doesn't matter anyway. Whether it's yellow or white, I love it. So beautiful. So I am putting it in some cold salted water to keep the color so it doesn't get brown. You know, when it gets into the air, it becomes oxygenated and changes color. Okay. So I already cut off a piece of it, and that head is going to be planted. This time deliberately. Also, the skin will go into a bed as well. You know, we may get a piece of yam from the skin again. I hope you're all having a very good day. Black and Diamonds. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Can you guys tell me from where you're watching? I'm very curious about that. All right, so this is going to stay in here for about 15 to 20 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I prepare my green bananas. So let's get this out of the way. This also came from the garden. Yeah, Black and Diamond, deer. Yeah. All right, so as you may know, green bananas are stainy, have stains on it. So if you want to make sure your hand is not full of stain when you're done, here's what you do. Let me show you. I'm going to spray my hands with some oil. And I like to have the knife also oily. That way, the stains won't be on your hands. All right, I think I need to put you a little closer too. separate them. Now, I'm not going to peel the skin off. Nope. It's going to be cooked with the skin on. It's much easier that way. I'm going to show you how. So, but I'm going to make sure that it's totally washed. After this, I have some kale that I'm going to cook as well, also from the garden. Welcome, Larry. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you all for your thumbs up too. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. There's a lot you can learn. All right, let's wash these. You know, it's out. The banana's been out in the elements. So all sorts of dirt or dust is on your banana, especially since I'm going to be cooking it with the skin on. You want to make sure it's clean. All right, now one more thing to do with the bananas before I put it in the pot, so that the bananas come off easily. The skin comes off easily. Once you're finished, you just score it slightly, like so. Just a line going down, not very deep. And when it's cooked, it will open up easily. Now notice my hand is not sticky. It still has oil on it. When I'm finished, I'll show you what's going on with the yam. Welcome if you're just coming in. Thank you for coming by. I'm Marva. Thank you for stopping by in the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, where I'm preparing dinner with items that came directly from the garden. If you'd like to see more food being cooked, yesterday morning's breakfast, check out that live. The breakfast from yesterday were from items that came from the garden, except for the eggs that were used to make the omelette. Yesterday I made green juice, an omelette, and kale chips. So you can check out that live and see what was breakfast yesterday morning. All right. So that's the banana. Let me show you what's going on with the yam now. The yam has kept its color. No browning going on. That's how you keep it from oxidizing. Just put it in some cold salted water for 15 to 20 minutes. All right. So I'm going to get the stove going so that you can start getting it ready to cook. I'll bring you over in a little bit. Let's get this water boiling. How is everyone doing? Thank you once again for your time. Thank you so much. Get ready to. I want the water to start boiling. Both of these will be cooked. All right, while that is, I'm waiting on that. Let's get some greens ready. Dan, good evening from Romania. Thank you so much for coming, Dan. I appreciate it. It's about midnight where you are. These kale also came from the garden. So I'm just washing it. Make sure the pot is getting ready to boil. Get you closer, guys. Yeah, it's okay. It's still midnight. Two minutes after midnight. We have other greens in the garden too, like Swiss chard, mustard greens, collard greens, and callaloo. These greens are great for winter. So I'm just going to steam these greens, kale. Yesterday's live, you will see how to make crispy kale chips in the air fryer. So go check out that. Dan says the Charles order is support. Support. Thank you for the reminder for them. Thank you so much, Dan. Guys, it's free to subscribe, you know. It's free. When you subscribe, hit that bell and click all. As soon as I upload a video, you'll be notified. And these tomatoes also came from the garden, along with the mini bell peppers. The cold weather has destroyed the bell pepper plants. So this is the last of it. We've been getting some consistent cold weather, unusually cold here. And it causes damages to these plants, especially since they are tropical plants. But you know, you just win some and you lose some. All right, I think it's time to start putting the food in the pot. All these that I'm taking out, you see me peeling, and they're going back into the garden. Yeah, kitchen scraps make great fertilizer. Not only that, you sometimes get some volunteer plants, like fruits and vegetables start growing. We have had volunteer like the yam itself, and fruits like cantaloupes and watermelon. All right, so I'm going to put this, come with me over to the stove so I can put this in the pot. Get the cover off. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Now, another thing I did with the pot that I should have told you, because the banana is stainy, full of stains, you put your banana in the pot, it will leave a stain around it. So I put oil around the perimeter of the pot so that when it's cooking, it doesn't leave that stain in there. All right, so let me put the yam in. It's not going to take long, you know. See how it's still white? And some of this is going to be going into the freezer. Once it's cooked, both yam and banana, leftovers will be going in the freezer. So next time, I won't have to cook more. I just take those out and use them. Okay, now for the bananas. Oh, the pot is already salted too. And that's optional. You don't have to put salt in your pot if you don't want. So we're going to let this boil. All right. And we'll come back to that. Let's get the greens done. It's going in this pot here. We peel the garlic and the onion. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just coming in, I'm Marva. Thank you for stopping by as I prepare dinner with ingredients from the garden. Thank you for your thumbs up too. I appreciate your support. Kale is very easy to prepare. I mean, there are several ways of preparing kale. I also have a video that tells you how you can prepare it. But you can steam it or saute it. You can make juice with it, like a green juice. You can make kale chips. Yeah. You can just eat it in a salad. It's a very versatile vegetable, full of antioxidants. Diana, welcome. Okra and kale. All right. That sounds nice. Yeah, our okra harvest is finished. The cold weather destroyed the plant, but thank God we got a lot of okra from it before it happened. Okra plants apparently is only tolerant to heat, not cold. But okra, also another delicious and nutritious fruit. Excellent for your digestive system. All right, so let's cut this up. It's a very small amount. I'm not sure you can see well. On another live, I'm going to show you how you can use green papaya. You can make a salad with it, or you can make green papaya stew, like curry papaya. If you're just coming in, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If it's your first time, a very special welcome to you. And for those of you who are always here, thank you for your loyal support. If you don't mind, subscribe. You know, according to the analytics, about 65% of you watch all the time, but you have not subscribed. And I think that some of you think you're already subscribed. So just check to see if that's you. Oh, let me see if any of I have Scotch bonnet pepper too that came from the garden, or habanero. Let me check, see if I have any of those. I should. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, here's a Scotch bonnet. Now, I'm not going to cut this at all. Scotch bonnet is very, very hot. I just want it to flavor the pot, so it's just going to be cooked whole. Tomatoes came from there too. Because I have it, I'm going to use it. And since I'm using the Scotch bonnet, I won't need to put any black pepper in this. Diana, Dan is saying good evening. Yeah, I think Diana, I think you're also from Romania, if I remember correctly. Thank you so much. I mean, it's past your bedtime, but hey, thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Let me make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. I can hear the pot bubbling up over there. I'll show you in a few minutes. I'll take you over here so you can see what the pot looks like. Yeah, it's bubbling up from the bottom when you see the froth there now. Yep. And all you have to do is scoop. All right, let me stir. Yeah, we'll keep that boiling. Now for this pot, I'm not going to add any black pepper as I usually do because of the pepper that's already in there. So I'm just going to add one of my other favorite seasoning is nutritional yeast. And you can add any seasoning that you like. Whatever you want to, whatever tastes good to you. Whenever you're cooking, put what you love in your food. And that way you will eat it. And I'm not going to put any water in there because they're already wet. All I'm going to add is a little bit of olive oil. And let that steam down. Once it starts steaming within 10 minutes, it'll be finished. And another day I'm going to show you how I make ice cream with the fruits from the garden. So you go ahead and watch the pot while I clean up. Okay? It is said that a watch pot never boils, or it takes longer to boil. Hey, this is already boiling. So you can go ahead and watch it. You know what? I better secure this before it falls in there. Secure the tripod. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hope you're doing well. Let me clean up so that by the time that does finish cooking, it'll be ready over here. See how that pot is bubbling, huh? It won't be long now. It won't be long and everything will be cooked. Let me bring it down a little bit. All right. Bring it down. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Good evening. Or maybe it's morning, like where Dan and Diana is. Dan and Diana, where it's already morning. It's already Thursday morning where they are. Welcome. That should be ready in about 5 more minutes, guys. I'm just preparing the space over here. All right, I'm going to test it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the knife in it. Let me stir this up before I do that. Let's stir the kale. I'll show you. So be careful not to make the Scotch bonnet pepper break. It'll be too spicy. All right, Let's test this. Okay, I can see the banana skin is separating already. I want to give it another 5 minutes. Oh, this yam is finished. So what I'm going to do is take out the yams because I don't want them to break apart. So that's what I'll do. So let's take out the yam, put it in this container here. Oh, started breaking apart already. Let's turn this down. If you just come in, welcome. Welcome to the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Here I'm cooking white yam and bananas that came from the garden. See, it didn't take long to cook. The yam is already soft. Okay. I should have counted the pieces when I was putting it in there so that I know exactly how many to search for. And that kale is likely finished. Let's check it out. Yeah, it is. It's soft, it's tender. You see? And that was done with just a little bit of oil because the greens were already wet from the time they were washed. So you don't need to add water. It's almost ready to plate my, but I'm going to show you how to remove the skin. About 3 more minutes. If you're just coming in, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it's ready now. I'm gonna just take it off. Let's put it back over here so you can see what's happening. Oh, there's a piece of yam there. All right, it floated up. Let's get it out. Well, it's hiding again. Let me get the colander and empty this. trying to fish out the yam before it falls in there, or else it's going to just break up. Totally broke it. Now I'm going to cool it down so I can handle it, and it stops the cooking process. Welcome, welcome. If you're just coming in, welcome. This is the banana that just finished cooking. Green bananas from the garden. All right, I'm going to take them out. Take the skin, remove the skin from it. Just need a fork and a knife. Look how beautiful it is. Nice and soft too. I just clean up the edge, like so. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. And if you don't mind, go ahead and share. Call somebody and tell them what you're watching. I can grow fruits and vegetables, but only you can help me grow the channel. So if you'd like to see the channel grow, go ahead and subscribe and share. And when you do that, make sure you're watching. Subscribing and not watching is not helpful. This banana, these bananas are very soft. We have a whole bunch out there that we're going to be giving away. Yeah. And all of these skins going back out there too, back into the garden. Oh, and if you want to know what I'm looking at while I'm here, it's this, the garden itself. Well, partial part of the garden. It's a beautiful place to be when you're cooking. You can just look right out there and see what's happening in the garden. All right. I know it's night for some of you. We have about another 10, maybe 15 minutes before the sun sets. Yeah, about 15 minutes. When I'm finished, I'm gonna plate the dinner. You'll see what it looks like, what it turned out to be. All right, got all of it there. This skin will go back into the garden. All of this is going back in the garden. All right, so let's get the plate ready. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks again for coming. Let me get my plate. All right, let me get a couple pieces of yam first. You see how the yam remained as white as it was? Can you see that? Let's see. How about that? Is that better? Yeah. And then two fingers of bananas. Oh, and if you weren't here at the beginning, this is the head that I cut off, and this will be planted in the garden. And now for the collard greens. And then there is one more thing. It didn't come from the garden, but I do have a piece of fillet fish, snapper. Yeah. And this, my friends, here is today's dinner. Mostly from the garden, of course, not the fish. White yam, bananas, kale, and snapper. Now, let me taste. A taste test. I am very curious about the yam. And if you don't know, we didn't plant it. It just grew up on its own. That's called a volunteer plant, a volunteer vegetable. Yes, it's perfect. That's how it's supposed to taste. Really nice. And the banana, it's already soft. You can tell. Yeah. That's delicious. Nothing's better than eating what you grow. Grow what you eat, then eat what you grow. Wow. Thank you for staying. I wish I could share this with you. And this meal took, wow, less than an hour. Started at 5 o'clock. It's just turned 6. Less than an hour it took to cook. I'm eating it in an hour. Wow. This is so nice. Folks, I really appreciate you staying. Now what I will do with the other pieces of food that's left, just put it in the freezer. When I'm ready, I defrost it and heat it up, and dinner is ready again. I'm just cleaning up the rest of the stuff. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you'll go ahead and check out some of the other videos on this channel. And tonight another one will be dropped, another one will be coming out that helps you to sleep quickly. So when you get ready for bed tonight, it's going to be 8 o'clock my time. Go ahead and check out that video with the rain sounds from the garden. I hope you will do that. I sure appreciate you coming by and staying with me. Next time, there'll be something else from the kitchen too. I'm considering it's either going to be making ice cream or cooking a green papaya. I'm not sure which one it's going to be yet, but it could be anyone. It could be anyone. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And I hope you'll come back next time and see what's going on here in the kitchen or in the Charles Fort Lauderdale garden. Have a blessed rest of your day.